Massive day for the unemployed. Pokimane is in big trouble. Captain Puffy says Pokimane knows about Elam's abuse towards her, but Poki still continues to live with him. What happened to believing victims? Angie.
Nah, not Poki again.
Anyway, there's this YouTuber named Captain Puffy who allegedly got cheated on and put out this big document by a guy who lives with Pokimane currently, Elam. Anyway, this went pretty Obama viral and got like a bunch of views on Twitter. Jesus Christ, putting the Unabomber to shame. Alright, can you put this into Fortnite terms? I queued into what I thought was a normal duo, but it turned into me hard carrying every match while my teammate hoarded gold, farmed clout off my POV, ignored pigs, and only played seriously when he was about to get dropped from the squad. I paid for the drop spot, the loadout, the heals, and the reboots while he AFK'd during critical moments. Flirted with other squads behind my back, chose higher clout teams over our duo, and treated the whole run like content farming instead of a real game. So I stayed silent to keep my career from being defined by one bad teammate. But the match kept getting replayed anyway, and now I'm finally leaving the lobby.
I truly believe that Pokimane did not want anything to do with this drama. It involved someone that she was living with. And I do believe that Pokimane should have said something.
Anyway, I am sharing this now because what happened has been reduced online to just cheating. It was not. It was emotional manipulation, financial and career exploitation, and behavior that was intentional and later admitted to. They went from just chatting to just cheating. So proud of you and I love you so much. You were one of the most generous and caring people I have ever come across, and watching him absolutely use that against you hurt. All you have ever done is want to look after people, and I'm glad you are now looking after yourself as well. Again, a bit of a disclaimer, you know, this is a he said, she said situation. We're only getting one side of the story when there are typically two.
Yeah, I do agree. Even though I sympathize with the victim, but I do believe that there's two sides of the story. You can't just listen to one part of the story and be like, oh yeah, this person is guilty. You have to listen to both sides of the story. Why didn't Pokimane say something?
Also, I don't really know anything about Elam other than the fact that he lives with Pokimane and still plays Among Us in 2025. Anyway, this all circles back into Pokimane because apparently she knew about all of this and is still living with the guy, which is strange.
But because she got a lot of negative comments on the TikTok, she did reach out to me and ask me about the situation, what happened. And the reason why I'm saying this, by the way, is not to like throw Poki under the bus in any way, shape, or form, but because she also made it publicly known in her TikTok that she had spoken to me. She put it as a TikTok comment that she's spoken to the parties involved, to which I sent her a really long message. Yeah, so I basically told her everything, and her response was obviously essentially that it was horrible what happened to me and how he was. Obviously, I don't know the standing of their friendship or what happened now.
Clearly, it's good because they're living together, no? What happened to believing victims? Believe all victims and live with their purpose.
I truly believe Pokimane should have said nothing. I think she should have just let the guy deal with the drama that he deserved.
Anyway, people had theories of what was happening, which we're not going to entertain. And the Elam guy actually made a stream response, which people didn't really like. So he just sits there for 30 minutes to say a whole bunch of nothing. When all the UK creators who were his friends prior to the relationship want nothing to do with him for the last year or so speaks volume. He's more annoyed about the comments than anything in there be untruthful. Crazy to not just end stream. Proves her right more so.
I'm not ending. I'm definitely not ending. Like, chat, I'm gonna keep it a buck.
Ugh, British people. Oy.
I think Poki should have learned from the guy's friends. If they haven't spoken to him for years, she should have backed away. There's something wrong when people don't speak to a particular person for years.
Bruv, you should grade with ace. It's just as good as PSA. Anyway, Pokimane was getting grilled so hard that even Mizkif took this opportunity to catch some heat off himself.
You know, honestly, as someone that was very close to Pokimane and defended her for years, this bothers me. Does this bother anyone else? Does this bother anyone else? Like, I defended her for years. I really did. But it bothers me that she's like, believe victims, and she says this stuff, but then like, Captain Puffy and then talk about Ellen being whatever the but she still lives with them, still collapses them, still does everything.
I don't think he should be talking because we know the things he has been doing to his ex-girlfriend.
Love or hate Mizkif, but even a broken clock is right twice a day. Pokimane virtue signaled a bit too close to the sun, and now the hypocrisy is showing. You know, she's a bit ingenuine.
It's always, like, it's just this virtue signaling shit that they all do. And it just drives me nuts.
Takes one to know an situation, because like not long before this dude was on Twitch doing the same thing, but as soon as he switches to Kick, he like flip-flops on his old friends.
It's just farming. It's like believe victims, but then you're living with a guy that apparently cheated and was pretty shit.
That is true. Pokimane likes to pretend as if she's an angel. Now there's a victim and you are staying with the perpetrator.
She needs to join Kick. Time to go full demon time.
And yeah, and still no response from Pokimane. We got crickets. Anyway, I didn't know who Captain Puffy was, and I just found a photo of her with Dreebs, so my condolences. Pokimane's roommate is also allegedly weird. He continued anyway, stating that I'd never break up with him. At one point, he even said that if he cheated on me, at least he would get clout from it. Oi, mate, you should grade with Ace. And the funny thing is, he was live when this document dropped, and he never actually read the document.
Okay, there was an angle we found when she was sitting on the camera. Wait, where was it? It was here, right? Wait.
To be honest, he doesn't seem like he cares.
Sorry, Chud, you're not 6 feet tall. Believe victims. Pokimane's whole shtick is a house of cards. Like, the second the victim is somebody you know and somebody you should be standing up for, I guess, by her own logic, she is nowhere to be seen, which is, again, strange. She doesn't care about being a quote-unquote good person or doing the right thing. She only cares if you perceive her that way. Luckily for us, XQC came in and debunkered all over Pokimane.
It's a f***ing Google Doc. Oh, hell no. Summarize in chat. Yo, oh, actually, true, hold on. Holy mother of technology. Yo, grok me the f*** up. How fast can you really read this, you think?
The funny thing is, I did the exact same thing.
Parasitism. Parasitism. Oh yeah, like he's yoinking. Without consent. How?
What I'm about to say might sound a little bit controversial, but XQC is a multi-millionaire, but yet he cannot read.
What the f***? That sounds crazy.
Yeah, apparently even the sidemen stopped talking to the guy. It's okay, Randolph will still talk to him if he grades with Ace. And it's kind of crazy because they broke up 2 years ago, and this is only now coming to light.
Kara and I have decided to go our separate ways. So we are no longer together.
And now this dude is out here buying Pokimane Labubus for her stream. I didn't think this situation could get any worse, but I digress.
Okay, are you guys ready? Roomy reveal.
Hi!
Believe victims. The reason I'm focusing more on Pokimane is that her silence, quite frankly, is deafening, and it's much easier to call out her hypocrisy than call out this dude.
Truth to be told, the guy is not that popular, but it is easier for us to focus on Pokimane because Pokimane is more popular, and Pokimane has branded herself as this person that is virtuous. Now, when she is confronted with the thing that she has been branding herself as, she's quiet, and her silence says a lot.
Because honestly, we don't even have his side of the story yet. Also, I'm gonna keep it $150. Having a roommate at 30 when you're financially stable is a bit strange.
What happened to believing all victims, Pokimane? I'm now a victim of your bullshit. Please, leave the internet. My Genshin Impact baddies mog you.
Oh, and don't forget to download War Thunder now. Link in the description and pinned comment, because these awards are there for a limited time only and they're genuinely worth it. Available now on select platforms.
I do believe that Pokimane should have said something, but if she's not saying something and the guy's not saying something, we're only hearing one side of the story. Until they say something, we really can't make a conclusion if he is the perpetrator or the victim. We can't. So yeah, anyways, comment below what you guys think. Take care, be safe, and bye.
Of United Kingdom, Janet Eta Eno of Sweden. Baba yo